Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to learn the torn and restored card trick. This is one of the most effective and easiest card tricks to learn. It doesn't require very much practice. It requires you to do a bit of work beforehand, but only requires 2 red bicycle decks. It's perfect for stand-up and even stage magic. I hope you enjoy, and before we get into our tutorial, let's check out this quick demonstration of the effect. So, today, it's gonna be my final trick, and I hope you like this one because I believe this is the most extraordinary out of everything I've done so far. So can you just touch a card? This card, this area? This part? Okay. So, just look at your card. You got it? Okay, we're just gonna put that down. So the 10 of diamonds. Okay? So just watch, here. When I was preparing for today, I decided to do a trick that sort of reflects on my skills outside of magic. So when I was younger, I was really good at fixing stuff. In fact, it was almost extraordinary how quickly and how efficiently I could fix something after it's been destroyed. So much to the fact that my family and everyone around me would tell me to be a mechanic or work in a trade because I was good at fixing and building stuff. But I knew my true potential would lie inside magic. And this is why I put the two together. So before we fix something though, we gotta destroy it. So, it's always fun to rip up a playing card. Fun part, okay? Now, let's rip it up a couple more times. Okay, so now there should be like 9-ish pieces. Right, we have pieces all different types. Okay? And, I don't know. Yeah, this one's good because it has a pip on it. So, this is gonna be your sort of receipt for the card. Okay? But before we do this, I better put the rest of the pieces away in the box. So, put them in there. There we go. And close it up. So now, when I was younger, I started to do magic as well. And I learned this sort of trick, and it's really good. So I'm gonna do the magical moment now. So I just need my Sharpie. Wait, it's not in there. Is it in here? This pocket? Yeah, it is, okay. So I have my Sharpie. Now I would like you to sign this 10 of diamonds from the random card you chose. Okay. So, you chose any card. You chose the 10 of diamonds. There's a random card in here. I destroyed it beyond repair. You wrote a signature on it to mark it as your card. Now, watch this, because a card in here, before it can repair itself, it needs to be told how it's supposed to look. So just watch this. We wave the card over. You may have felt something, or heard something, because in the box, now, there's one card, nothing else, no pieces anymore. Right here is the card, the 10 of diamonds. Now, you can see the marks of where it's been repaired, but it still may not be your card. What's the proof? Well, the proof is this piece came from your card, and not only does it have your signature on it, but it's a perfect match to this card. Matches perfectly. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. So, now for the tutorial. This trick requires you to have 2 decks of bicycle playing cards or a card from another deck. It doesn't matter. So, now for the setup of this trick. What we have is duplicate cards. So, First off, you want to choose a card with a lot of stuff on it. So say the ten of clubs. That's a good card to do. Now what's going to happen is you need to go into your other deck and find another 10 of clubs. Right there. Okay? So, now, for the first 10 of clubs, this is going to be your card that's restored. What you're going to do is you're going to fold it into roughly thirds. You don't want it to be perfect thirds or else it looks a bit fishy, but just a rough third. It's like that. And now, I would recommend creasing them really hard so that it looks like they were once torn. But that's just my opinion. But at least make sure the creases are somewhat hard so that you can act as if it was restored. Now, what's going to happen now is you're going to fold them into thirds the other way too, in the hot dog way. Like this, and like that. So now your card should look like a grid pattern of 9 pieces. It doesn't pick up well on the camera, but when you do good creases over them, you'll see sort of white lines through it, like it was ripped. So now what you're going to do is you're going to choose a pip. I usually want to choose the bigger one. You probably want to too, because it looks more convincing. So all you gotta do is give it a rip, but make sure the rip is not neat. Try to like make it a bit off. Like you want sort of inconsistencies in the rip. So it looks like you just randomly ripped a corner of the card. And it should fit. So now, this card will be placed in the deck, folded up. In the box, folded up. We don't need this. So put it right at the bottom. And you shouldn't be able to hear it shake. Now, what the next setup is you're going to take the 10 of clubs, place it at the bottom of the deck, and take the corner piece of the 10 of clubs and put it upside down on the bottom of the deck. So it should look like this. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to do a force. My force preference is you're going to have to force the 10 of clubs, okay? My force preference is this. You just ask them to choose any card, and when they tap one, say this one, what you're going to do is underneath, you're going to take the 10 of clubs, pull it, and split where they tapped. Then the 10 of clubs is the bottom card. Now, once again, I'll show you that one more time. And during this whole time, you're just going to hold the card in your hand still. They won't be able to see it. So what you do is you spread it. Just tap any card. They'll tap a card. Use your fingers on your right hand to pull the card to the break, to the split. And then the card is the one they chose. Okay? So now they chose the 10 of clubs. You're going to place this on the table. Square the rest of the cards up. And place it on the top upside down. Now what you're going to do is you have 10 of clubs upside down in here. You're just going to grab the deck, hold the top card, and pull all of the cards away, leaving the 10 of clubs and the piece of the 10 of clubs down like this. They won't see the piece. Now what you do is you take your hand, use your thumb to hold the piece on, and now you could just keep holding it to the back, switching around, moving your hands like it's a normal card, like casually, just to give the illusion there's nothing there. It's just a normal card. And you could talk to them about how you like to take stuff apart and put it back together when you were younger, or figure out some other way to do it also. Now what you're going to do is, when you've justified taking it apart, you're going to then rip a piece that is somewhat like this one. So, you're going to take a rough size estimate and rip. with your piece still hiding behind the back of this card. Now what you're going to do is you're going to hold it there, bring that into your hand, the small piece, and rip down the card once again. So now you have this piece and these 3 strips. What you're going to do is you're going to come across, put it onto the back, and this is all behind cover of the cards or your hands. Then you're going to rip it into thirds. It could be rough. It doesn't really matter, because they aren't keeping track of exactly how the pieces look. Now, you have 10 pieces. The 9 pieces you ripped, and your piece. What you're going to do is you're going to take it and show. So now we have a completely ripped up card. We have pieces like this of your 10 of clubs, all these pieces. You know what? And you just keep track of your piece, the 10 of clubs that you ripped from the other card. And then you say, you know what? Let's just give you this piece. Now this is sort of your receipt. That's what you're going to say to the card. Now I want you to write your signature on it. But wait, first, let's put the pieces back in the box. Now what you're going to do is, from this angle, looks like you're putting the pieces in the box. But actually what you're doing from the back is you're putting the pieces behind the box like this and moving them down. So now you have a bunch of pieces behind the box. And you can close the box, pretend you put them in there. And now you're going to say, now let's get our Sharpie. And at this moment, what you're going to do is you're going to transfer the grip to your right hand and lay it down in this hand in sort of a mechanic's grip. So from the front angle, they don't see anything. But from the back angle, they see something. So just make sure your spectators are in front of you at this point. Now, you have your Sharpie in your left pocket. But you need to justify dropping these pieces into your left pocket. So what you gotta do is you gotta say, wait, I gotta get my Sharpie, and you reach into your right pocket. You say, oh wait, my Sharpie's not in there. And then you're gonna grab the deck like this, and at that moment when your hand is still under cover, your left hand with all the pieces, close your hand and reach into your pocket. Make sure you don't pull this away before you close your hand, or else they'll see all the pieces. And if they see the pieces, well, that's just trick failed. So make sure you don't do this. You aren't that person. Make sure you're this person. And reach into your pocket, ditch the pieces, and grab the Sharpie. Now everything is done. Now you just have to milk the trick to make the best reaction. So, tell them to sign the card so they can sign it with anything. So I'll just sign it right here. There we go. Now, you're just gonna milk the trick. So you're gonna say, can you hear the pieces in the deck? And shake it really hard. Make it sound like a bunch of pieces. And if they agree, well, that's just them agreeing that their pieces are all separate and in the box. That's them agreeing. That's telling them that their pieces are separate. And it's proof of it. And now what you're gonna do is you can finish this way. You're gonna say, but if we take a card, this card's gonna tell your card to come back together, and you can wave it over. That's what I like doing, but I've seen people just cover it or wave over it or anything. I just like this because it sort of like tells the card what to do. Now, all you gotta do is open up, dump the piece out, show them it's empty, nothing else in there, close it up, and now you're completely clean. Now you can just tell them so. Look here, your card is completely restored, and the 10 of clubs fits perfectly to it. Now that gets crazy reactions. You could also do this one other way, where you actually tear up their piece and then tape it back together. Like before the trick, instead of just folding it, I also like doing that because then it's showing, like, it's impossible that you taped it up in the box, and it works really well, but it also gives the possibility that you just taped it up. This is like it's melded together. So, you could add your own customizations, do whatever you want, but let me emphasize on saying this is only a trick to finish with, because if you start this with this, it's very powerful, and it's gonna not live up, nothing else is gonna live up to it, unless you have a very powerful trick. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial for the torn and restored card. I love this trick. I saw it being performed once, and I had to watch in slow motion to decipher it, so it is pretty hard to catch what they're doing, especially in real life. And I hope you enjoyed and hope you use this trick well. Thank you for watching. Bye.